Good afternoon everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do some pork spare ribs. So we've got a nice set of ribs there, which I'll get out in a minute. So we're on the 1050 today. Our target temperature is 230 Fahrenheit, and I'd say from the look of it we've just hit it. So we'll get the ribs out. Now we've already got them to rib temperature, and we have put some nice spicy rub, sweet barbecue rub on it, and we've got some apple cider vinegar there to spritz it with, and we're going to use the 3-2-1 method: 3 hours smoked, 2 hours wrapped, and then 2 hours, and then an hour unwrapped to finish it off. And that's when I'll probably glaze them with a bit of sweet sauce. So let's get our ribs out and we'll get them on the cook. Okay folks, there we go. Here's our rack of ribs. It's the top plate. We've got another plate underneath there. We'll just lift that up and have a look. One's slightly bigger than the other, but they do want to see them. Probably see them when I put them in the smoker. So let's get them on. Alright folks, we're sitting on 230 Fahrenheit. So we're ready to put them on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one set on the bottom rack. Like drip pans underneath. And then I'll put another set on the top, on the middle rack, which I've got over here. So I'll just turn that one up. And fumbling around here, trying to get this in. Right, okay, so the next set we will put on top, on the middle rack, and hopefully they'll cook reasonably evenly. I'll run a little bit of sample of this. Alright, so that's that on, and it's now 11 o'clock. So I'll let that go. I've got the chamber full with some briquettes and some lump charcoal, and there is some hickory wood chunks in there as well. Right, so what I'll do is I'll see if this, just by pressing that button, there you go, let's have a look down amongst in there, and you might be able to see some of the fire coming up, but it's activated the fan. Can't quite hear it going, but still, no. Alright, so that's turned off, but anyway, they're on. There's a little bit of smoke rolling through it. So all in all, hopefully, we'll give that 3 hours. So I might put a bit of a spritz on it first and see how we go. So I've got some apple cider vinegar here. I'll give them a bit of a spritz just before I walk away and before we let the temp go up. That's just a bit of apple cider vinegar. Should keep them rather moist and put a nice bit of flavour through them. Righto, so we'll let that go for 3 hours now. And I might come back and give it another spritz in maybe an hour to a couple of hours time. So okay, so we'll be back soon. Alright folks, so now we're into the second hour. So we started them at 11, we've gone through to 12 and then 1, so now we're coming up for our second spritz. So give it a spritz with a bit of apple cider vinegar. Oh, they're looking quite good. Ooh, nice the sizzle as it hits the pan, so it looks like they're starting to shrink up on the bone quite well. So, yep, and I'll also threw a handful of hickory wood chips just in with the charcoal to, and then sort of rattled it down a bit so it would settle through, just to help with a bit of smoking. So now the next thing we'll do is bake till about 2 o'clock. That'll give us 3 hours, and we'll wrap them for 2 hours, and I'll give them a spritz before I wrap them. So we'll be back then. Okay folks, right, the 3 hours is up, now it's time to wrap them. So let's get these out. Give them a bit of a spritz, and then we'll wrap them up. Oop. We'll give them a nice little parcel to bring them down. Now these will go back into the smoker for a further 2 hours, so when we get them up they'll be nice and tender when we get them back out. That's them wrapped. Put these back up on the shelf, and we'll get the next lot. Oh, yeah, for the second set. These are probably a little bit bigger, so looks like they're coming off the bone quite well. Got a nice burgundy colour to them, so give them a spritz and then we'll wrap them up. And again we'll let these go on for another 2 hours. And then what I will probably do is give them a bit of a glaze with some nice kind of sweet sauce from Lane's Barbecue in the last hour of the cook. So all in all that's been on for 3 hours at 230 degrees Fahrenheit. And this unit has kept its temp within 2 degrees of its temp, which is the beauty of this thing. I can just set it, and we actually went out for an hour or so. So until we unwrap them, we'll be back soon. Okay, 2 hours is up, so it's time to take them off, and we will put them back on. Ooh, I reckon that looks pretty good. Alrighty, now we've just got to get those off and then put them back on the rack. What to do with the other set of top? What are you doing? Yeah. This is where we will leave them for a further hour. And, turned out nice and juicy. You can see the steam coming off them. Oh, those ones have peeled right back, and I'm very happy with them. Very happy with them. Could be a hard time picking them up again though, but we'll see how we go. Now the fun starts with it. Okay, nice bit of pineapple and chipotle sauce for them. Don't know whether this will actually go through some of them, but I think we'll probably only just do the one coat, I think, with these. Oops. Thank God for drip trays. There we go. Right, that's those ones. Nice kind of sweet sauce for the top ones. And we'll let these go for the last hour. And I won't spritz them again. Make sure that sauce gets over them. Hopefully it'll act like a bit of a glaze. And then we'll endeavour to serve them up a bit later. So. Okay, well, and all they look quite good. They've pulled back from the bone, so they look excellent. So until we take them off again, be back shortly. Alrighty, well that's it. Time's up. So now they're ready to come off. They've had their last hour, and I'd say they're very, very tender by the feel of it. So we'll endeavour to pop these ones on first. What a nice colour to them. Pull back on the bone quite well. And looks like these ones could be a bit tricky. And there we have it, a nice set of pork spare ribs done with a nice barbecue dry rub, blended by porkies, and spritz with apple cider vinegar, and one set's got some pineapple chipotle sauce, and the other has got a kind of sweet sauce from Lane's. So we'll wrap this one up, and so if you like what you see on the video, please like the video and do subscribe to the channel. We're always chasing new subscribers. We have had a couple more new ones join us in the last couple of days, so look forward to sharing this one with you, and please do subscribe, as I said, and thank you for watching. Alright folks, now just a little bit of an addition. We're just going to slice them up, and we'll see what they're like with a smoked ring. They were nice and tender when we had them for tea, so a bit of a smoke ring around the side of it, and probably not quite as dark as what I liked, but just as nice. So that looks quite well. So we'll cut this again, and then we'll have some more for later. So we'll have a look and see if there's much difference. A little bit of a better smoke ring around it, but still look nice and juicy. Whoops, took a bit of the bark off. There we go. So we will endeavour to wrap these up for another meal.